on then to I can't help it. You guys are the best. I really do. I mean, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate you guys watching. I mean, we're just a bunch of regular people talking sports here, folks. And, so you may like agree with our opinions or like the way we present it, but this is just 100% honest. This is who we are. This is what we do. And I just appreciate you guys watching. So on to the next bit of business for the round table. In talking about that AFC conference, which we all know is stacked with quarterbacks, but one conference in particular literally is stacked with four, probably in the AFC, four of the best quarterbacks, arguably in the AFC this year. The AFC West, again, Nick needs to double check his typos. I was supposed to put which AFC West quarterback will have the better season, and I screwed that up too. So there you go. But of course, we're talking about the Chargers and Justin Herbert. We're talking about the Raiders with Derek Carr. We're talking about the Broncos with Russell Wilson now. And of course, at the top of the list for most people, Kansas City with old Patty Mahomes. So, who do you think, Delilah, which AFC West quarterback has the better season out of those four?
I'm going Mr. Magic, Josh Allen.
He's not in the AFC West, Delilah.
I thought you said.
Somebody failed.
I thought you said all the AFC. I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault.
Geography. Now this is
I didn't. I see AFC QB. Right. Will have the better season.
When I sent it out to them earlier, I put AFC West. But of course, when I typed it out, I didn't put in West.
I apologize. I was looking at the
question. It's actually my fault. And I, as the host, will take full
apologies. Sorry.
Again, my fault. I didn't put West in there.
Apologies. So we're not looking at the AFC conference.
I will re-ask the question. Delilah. Rewind. Take it back. Rewind. We're good. Everybody's still watching, I think. I don't think anybody's left, have they? We apologize for any inconvenience this has caused you. We now return to our regularly scheduled program. That's right. So, all right. Now, here we go. All right.
All right. Let's try again.
Delilah, which AFC West quarterback will have the better season out of Derek Carr, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, or Patrick Mahomes?
Herbert.
All right.
I'm going with Herbert. I think because he's been like already on the precipice of greatness for so long, and he's always just right there. And I feel like this, honestly, in my opinion, this is like make or break season. Like he really needs to break out because they're always so close to making it. They're close to playoffs. I think that Herbert will have a breakout season, and I think he'll top the AFC West.
Okay. Nice and to the point. I like it. Mr. Handy. Now again, Anthony, I will ask you the question. Which
Josh
AFC
Allen.
West quarterback will have the better season?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Derek Carr. And I tell you why.
Okay.
Derek Carr has, with that injury that he had and then having to battle back from that. Can you all hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because that didn't look like my board was lighting up. With the injury that he had, having to battle back from that, and then the Raiders just with the Gruden experiment, and the season that he's had, like he's been primed and ripe and ready for that breakthrough season. I don't see Mahomes doing it, not because Mahomes is not talented, but now we have years of game film on Mahomes. And of course, the Chiefs gave Mahomes a whole lot of money, which means it's less money to spread around other places. So some of his pieces, as we can see, are now other places. So I'm gonna go with Derek Carr. I think Herbert's gonna have the breakthrough season. I don't think it's gonna be this year. I think his break on through to his Jim Morrison moment will be next season, but I think Derek Carr is going to get it this year.
Okay. Now I went with it, and that's the thing about the Derek Carr thing. Personally for Derek Carr, I hope he has a breakout year because I think a lot of people are down on Derek Carr for whatever reason, the injury, whatever. But the kid can play. Like I do think again, he's in a stacked division and he's getting his chance now. You got one of the best receivers in the game, your old Fresno State Bulldog teammate. So he's got a great target to throw to and a couple others. But again, I'm actually going to go with Justin Herbert. I know third year, you think maybe next year, but I got to say with that improved defense, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, those guys, I mean, you've got Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. I think this is the year Herbert really puts it all together in year 3, and you see that transformation to star quarterback. That's just me. But I'm going to go with Justin Herbert because I really feel like this is his year to shine, man. He's got everything he needs. Everything is in place. The defense, the offense, the line. I mean, Rashawn Slater comes back, and then they also picked up another lineman. Everything is set for Justin Herbert to have a fantastic year. Now, again, will that translate to playoff victories for the Chargers? That's yet to be seen.
Right.
But I do think the Chargers will be in the hunt. I do agree with you about Kansas City. I do think, and again, I don't say it like this, like, well, because, Patrick Mahomes, if he doesn't make the Super Bowl, it's a bust. But I do think, again, that people have figured Patrick out a little bit. He's still a great athlete. He's still going to get his yards. He's still going to get his touchdown. He's going to get all that. But I think Kansas City as a whole team, some people left. They picked up others, but, not as good as the ones who left, especially the receiving core. And I just think –
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It's like your favorite sitcom, and then the 2.5 Men when Charlie Sheen left and they brought in
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
It was still a funny sitcom, but it wasn't the same.
Quite what it was, right? Exactly.
And that's the same thing with Kansas City. A lot of the moving parts that contributed to that Super Bowl season are not there anymore, and they're still one of the most dangerous teams in the conference and in the league, but they're not as dangerous.
Yeah, I agree with Kate. I think them losing Hill is a big
There we go. Sorry.
problem.
Get the comments. We love our comments, people.
But I do agree with her. I think Hill is going to be a huge loss for that team, more than they think. I agree with her.
No, I do too, though. That's why I say, like, it's not that, you could say, well, Patrick's still Patrick, and he is. Like I said, he'll still get his. But I just think, given the quality of receiver and everything that he lost, it's hard to replace that, and it's going to be hard. They still have some problems on their offensive line. So I think, they have to protect Patrick. They have to make sure that happens. They're still the Chiefs, and they're still going to have a good year.
Right, I agree.
But I do think I wouldn't be surprised if they are dethroned in the AFC West this year. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those other teams gets them. Even Russ with Denver. Like, to me, man, getting a veteran. Somebody had said, I think David said it. Well, it's like, it's like when Peyton Manning went to the Broncos, like Russell Wilson going there. It's like, I think it'll shoot some life into them. Like, they got these young kids, Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy, Levante Williams in the backfield. Like, you've got weapons there, and you get a quarterback like Russ who can move and throw and all that stuff. And the Denver has a great defense.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree with that. So, I mean, you've all of a sudden made Denver that much better just by adding Russell Wilson. And
that's a tough division to win. No,
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough division to win out. I think that's going to be one of the divisions that's going to go all the way to the end, right? We see that sometimes. Obviously, we can tell other divisions who's going to win like half season in. Yeah. I just don't see that happening with this division.
There's something that we can look at right now and
say
who's going to win the season hadn't started.
Tampa Bay. That's not the conversation. But anyway, yeah, I guess, I again, like I said before, I think this is Herbert's year. I agree with Nick. I think this is, I think he is gonna outperform and do really well. Now, it's not to negate Carr. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. And I know people are saying Adams, but and it's coming from me. Okay? Bears fan. I've seen for seasons how he and Rodgers played, and it was elite. Like ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. And I say that for seeing it for seasons in and out. And as much as they play together in college, and I'm sure they're gonna make great connections, but it's not gonna be the same, guys. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, that's the honest truth, right? You're not gonna see the Aaron Rodgers to Adams with Derek Carr. You're gonna see some great passes because Adams is that great that he'll make those passes work. But it's not going to be the same. It's not. It's just, this is pragmatic football talk, pragmatic QB to QB, right? It's not going to be the same. It's not. Sorry. So again, I do think this is Herbert's year. I think he's going to have a good season. I'm glad we all have different opinions. Like, I'm glad you went with Carr. That makes it fun, right? We'll see who it is.
I'm just saying.
We'll see who it is. Maybe David's right. Maybe Russ wins it out. I don't know. It'll be fun to see.
Well, that's what I said. When Sean who says who misses the playoffs, I've thought about this actually. And in that group, like in that division, I'm going to say it, and everybody's going to throw darts at me. I say Kansas City somehow misses out. That's going to be my pick. That's my hot take.
Wow.
That's my hot take for this. Yes, Anthony, you were going to say something?
No, go ahead, brother. I didn't know if you were finished. Well, I was going to say, why would anybody throw darts at you? I mean, because
Kansas City is revered as this great, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, yada yada yada. But I have a feeling that this year, something's going to happen, and Kansas City misses the playoffs because I feel like the Chargers and Broncos make a surge, and that's just my again. Nick talking crazy in week 2 of the preseason. But
I don't think that's crazy.
I think it's
Kansas City
at all. No,
I think it's Kansas City
personally.
Every Giant can be knocked off. See Joe Namath and the New York Jets versus Johnny Unitas and the Baltimore Colts. See Eli Manning and the New York Giants versus the 2007 New England Patriots. A Giant can be knocked out. It happens. Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. It happens. And I'm not even being funny when I say that.
No, you're not.
The 1980 USA.
I don't think
the Soviet Union.
people don't know that. They don't know Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson.
In 1988, Mike Tyson fought Buster Douglas at the Tokyo Dome and got his ass whipped. That's what happened. Look that up for you boys and girls who may not have seen that. Mike Tyson get whipped? Watch the Buster Douglas fight.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson was the baddest, most ferocious, most feared man on the face of the planet with two hands, and Buster Douglas made him look like he just gotten out of bed after an all-night binge.
Yeah, I think they made each other better, Sean. To be honest, I think they just had this magic. We've seen it, right? We've seen other tandems.
Belichick and Brady.
Yeah, we have seen tandems where they just click, right? They just work. It's like magic, and I think they just made each other better. Honestly,
I think Stifler's mom has chimed in.
Hey, she says she's okay with that. By the way, I don't see if you saw comments above.
Oh, okay.
But no,
Stifler's mom, she's okay with that.
Yes, you see her comments above. But anyway, so again, I think they made each other better. They just had a really great connection. They both talked about it for seasons. It's only this season that they're throwing funny shade at each other.
Right.
But yeah, they really did have a great connection. And until this season is the only time that they threw little shade at each other. But before then, they were always all about love and like, this is my guy. And so I think they made each other better. I think David made a good comment above about Russ. I see what you're saying, that he's the best overall quarterback in the NFC West, but
agreed.
He's
got the most seasoning in him.
I see what you mean about that.
Yep. No, I do. I mean, you can see that, but again, this is why we do this, because everybody's got what their opinion, and I tell you, I think above all other, I'm really excited about this season, and I'm always excited about football starting and all that. But to me, just what's going on this season, with the whole AFC West and those 4 teams, does Justin Fields actually make the Bears better? Will the Bears, finally break out of this funk we've been in for, we made the Super Bowl in 2007. So the last 15 years that they've been in, right? There's so many stories in the NFL this year. Does Kirk Cousins finally lead the Vikings to something? They're improved. No, I mean, they are, though. That's the thing. You can laugh at it because I'm not, yeah.
Wow, that was
But, I mean, the Vikings are predicted to come in second in the division and win like 10 or 11
Miss Cat Hughes, are you in the house? Anthony Handy laughed at your quarterback, ma'am.
But Detroit's supposed to be a little bit better with some of the pieces they've picked up. I mean, there's just so many stories, and I'm really excited about this year. I truly am. I'm excited to talk football.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.